This is the Jura Synchro podcast.
Hello, good morning or good evening to wherever you are in the world. Today, our guest comes from Helsinki, Finland, on one of the best teams in the entire synchro world. She's the captain of the Helsinki Rockettes and is coming here to tell us what it takes to be a leader and a world-class athlete. Let's welcome Nona Vihma to the Jura Synchro podcast.
Hi.
Jura Synchro Season 2, Episode 4 starts now.
Today from Los Angeles, in the United States, with Jocelyn Song.
Hi from the United States. I hope everybody enjoyed Sophie's last episode and is excited for another guest star this round. Our guest today is the talented Nona Vihma, the captain of the Helsinki Rockettes. How are you, Nona?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. We're so excited for you. Okay, I am so glad that you're here, and why don't we start off with hearing a little bit more about your time as a skater and on the Rockettes. How did you start with synchro, and how many years have you been skating, and how many years have you been on Rockettes?
So I started skating when I was 9 or 10, so I was quite old, comparing to many of the skaters, since people start from when they're 4 or 5 or whatever. And I have always loved everything like dance and gymnastics and skating, and I have been watching it on the TV when I was little with my mom and my sister, so it was always kind of a dream. But I was having so many hobbies already, so this never came up to my mind until one of my school friends, like classmates, if you say it like that. She was a skater, and we went outside rink with the school, and then I was like, oh my god, that is so nice, and I want to try it also. And then I said to my mom, hey, I would like to try it out and everything. And then she was like, yeah, I will take you someday. But then we kind of forget about it. And then after maybe 2 years, she took me, she just Googled where can this old girl skate, and then she just took me there, and it was in the middle of the season or something, I don't remember. And then I went there and I cried the whole day, the whole practice, and it was terrible. But my dad was like, yeah, we bought you this expensive skate, so you need to try it out more, it's not worth of one try. And then after that I was just all into skating, and it just took me. And then I don't know, I was quite old, everyone else was so little, and I was so much older than everybody else there. So I think synchro was the best option for me. And I really remember the first time I went on the ice with a team. I was trying out, or I don't remember how did it go, but it was so cool when one girl fell down and 2 girls went to ask hey, are you okay? And that never happened to me before I tried out the synchro. And the team power and the atmosphere in the practice was so nice, so I wanted to go there as well. And then I started synchro when I was 10, I think. I have never been single skater in my life, so I kind of went straight to the synchro world.
Got it. Yeah, no, you have a really interesting story.
Really? Yeah, because I have been I don't know what is the word, this, I have been doing track and field, swimming, dancing, African dance, or yachts dance, or every different kind of dance thing. And then I don't, the one that you climbing. I have tried climbing. I have tried I loved circus. That was one of my hobbies. And then and maybe that is maybe one of the reasons that I got so fast into skating, and I learned much because I had a background from everything else. So that was good thing for me, I feel like.
So now that you're on Rockettes, how many years have you been on this team, and what do you like about skating for this team in particular, skating for your head coach Kaisa?
So I started in Rockettes in 2014, and it was kind of a surprise for me because I was skating with Team Fantastic only 1 year before that, like only 1 year in the juniors, and then I already got to the seniors, and I was just like, I was so young, I don't even remember, like I was just like enjoying my life, and it was a surprise because like there was one girl who needed to like quit skating in the middle of the season, and it was only 20 girls, so it was 19. So they were like, yeah, we should maybe pick one from the juniors to get to the seniors. And my life situation was so good, like I didn't have any, like graduation wasn't coming for me, or like nothing new in my civil life, how do you say it, my skating life, and then I have this other life that I go to school and everything, and I didn't have anything like new happening there. So and then my skills were okay, I think. So then I was a good pick for Rockettes. I kind of came in the middle of the season, like after the summer.
Cool.
And then they have already done the programs and everything, and I was like, okay, I will learn them fast, and then this is like my learning year. And then all of a sudden I was skating the free program in the competition, and then all of a sudden I was skating the both in the international competitions and then the worlds. And it was like the first year was like everything was so new and so cool, and it was so much fun. And I didn't even know, like I knew only like 3 girls from the team because they were skating with me, the juniors, but all the other girls were new, and they were the girls that I have been like watching when I was in like novice or juniors. I'm like, oh my god, they're so cool, and then all of a sudden I'm like their teammates, and I was like, ooh, like my dream is coming true.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that would have been so crazy all in one season. And I understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, so I think.
Okay, so
Yeah. But yeah, so I have been skating with Rockettes like 8 years. Is it 8?
Wow.
Wait. 2014, 15, 15,
I'm trying
16.
to think where I was in 2014. I was on juvenile.
Yeah, actually there is girls in my team. They were in the juvenile team when I was skating with Rockettes. So that's kind of weird.
That is so cool. I always watch Rockettes. Like I loved all your programs. Why don't you tell some of the viewers who haven't been able to see your programs this year kind of about what they're about and what it's like to skate them, and your interpretation of your short and your free program this year?
Okay, so our short program this year is Femme Fatale. I don't know how do you want to pronounce it, but it's about this like seducer maybe, and the music is like fun. It's like playful. It's kind of sexy, and it's one of the programs that I think like many of us has fun to skate to. You know, like it's in the beginning I was like, what is this? Like how can you make it professional? How can you make it like look like us? Because I feel like it was quite different compared to the other seasons. But it's like fun since it's only the short program. So it's like it keeps it light, but it's also like I feel like the program is built in the way that I can like enjoy skating. You know, like sometimes the programs can be like so difficult or not like maybe your favorite somehow, and it's like you need to work for it. But now I feel like this but now I feel like this program is like I really enjoy it to do it by myself also, and that is a huge thing for a Synchro program. you know, like it looks fun and it's fun to do without the team also. So it's really nice program. I feel like that people enjoy skating it. And then the free program, it's a digital twin. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe you should come and see see the program or watch it online. Yeah, but
yeah, I love. Yeah, I've seen the program. I really like it. Let's find a way to explain it. I think, like, from what I could tell, from like also like the social media of like your team's Instagram, and from what I've heard and from watching the program, it's kind of like the duality between like living life and then living life on a screen. Is that correct?
Kind of, yeah. And then, maybe people need to Google a digital twin and like see the definition there. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, because sometimes I feel like I'm showing emotions in the program, and sometimes I feel like we have like discussed about it, like you should be like only like a machine or like robot or something that is not living and like pretending to live. And then there's like, we have talked about this, like maybe there's a human and then there's a copy of the human, and then the human wants to like get away from the copy, you know, like the digital part, you know. It's hard to explain. And like we don't maybe have specific story in the programs always. Maybe some girls use like stories, and it's easier to like bring out the emotions through the stories. But I feel like for me, it's like for example, in the short, in the beginning, we always like talk about like what kind of feelings the music like brings up to your mind. And then sometimes for someone it could be like, yeah, this is super like sad, or this is super like joyful or whatever. And it can be super different, you know, like we are all different, so we can think about different things. And then sometimes we need to go to the same path, of course, because we want to like interpret the same feeling and get the like specific feeling to the audience. But then sometimes it's fun to like find the other emotions as well. And then for me, like it's easier to bring up emotion that you have felt in your real life. So for example, if there's a joy or sadness or anger or whatever, like picture those moments from your own life and bring it to the ice, then it's like easier, and then it's more real, you know, like. And it's not only about the face expression, it's you can be quite like blank from your face, but still like show it with your body and with your like movement, and that is super important.
But I want to kind of get a deep look into like one of your favorite synchro memories, or just something really exciting, fun, something memorable. Just what's your favorite synchro memory to this date?
It's so hard to pick one. So can I say a couple of them?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like, because it has always been a dream for me to skate in the Rockettes. So the moment when you step on the ice for the first time in the competition, and then the what is it called? The speaker, or they say like next to skate on the ice representing Finland or something, and then they are like Rockettes, and then you're like, I'm here, like I'm part of this team, and that feeling is quite special. And then of course, like there has been so much nice experiences and fun and new stuff. And I don't know, maybe the first Worlds in Hamilton 2015 was huge for me, since everything was so new in the beginning, and the crowd there was so much people, and oh god, it was so nervous. And then the home Worlds 2019 it was, yeah. That audience were crazy. The atmosphere was crazy, and it was so much fun. And then I don't know, there's so many others. Like Barcelona, we were part of the Grand Prix final, and it was the first time that all the ISU disciplines were skating in the same competition. We were just like, there were only like 5 top teams, or I don't remember which ones. But it was so cool to be part of that and see all the top singles and pairs and ice dancing and the same ice. So it was fun.
That sounds so fun. Yeah, and it's you mentioned how the last Worlds was in Hamilton, but this next World is also
so I'm
Hamilton,
like,
right?
I'm balancing between like ending my career like now, or like I don't know if I like continue skating after this year. So I'm like, the circle is closing if I'm gonna end my career in Hamilton, but let's see. But it's nice.
Okay,
it's nice,
so
ice, a nice place to visit. So
yeah, I'm hoping I can go to that World. So I really want to watch all the teams perform, especially after the whole break. But yeah, I'm hopefully going.
If you listen more carefully to the Jura Synchro podcast than to what your coach is saying, wait, that's not possible, right?
Being a senior skater can be very intense, but I'm sure it's extremely rewarding. Our guest today, Nona, will be talking a little bit more about her training regimen and what the Helsinki Rockettes do together to improve as a team. So when you guys are all skating together, how many times do you practice a week, and what do practices look like? And then individually, do you do a lot of training at home?
We practice 5 days a week, and then sometimes we have morning practice and evening practice. And Saturdays are the longest days for us. But having 2 days off, it has worked super well for us. Yeah. In the season, the ice practice is like mainly the programs, but in the beginning of the ice, we also always do a warm up and then some skating skill practices. And then if we have a like certain element, we might do some practices like to improve that element, and then we move to do the programs. And then in Finland, I feel like the culture is like that if you're a part of a team, you do like only the team practice, and it's quite many hours in a week, so I feel like that's enough. And then we have ballet, and then we have like, how do you say it? It's like we have strength training, and then the off ice training just to do the programs and the precise things, like you want to do same things with your teammates, work for the unison of ice. And then we have pilates, yoga. So that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff also.
You have obviously a lot of experience and years doing skating, so a lot of training. Is there anything that you found most challenging about your training during your career, or anything that's particularly challenged you during COVID?
This is a hard one. I feel like my skating career, my path has been quite easy. If I like right now, I cannot like picture anything like super, super hard or challenging. But of course there's like challenging times, and you need to be like, you need to have a good skills to like with the time, like you need to go to school or work or both, and then you need to be an athlete and a good teammate. So I feel like that's sometimes a hard combination, because you cannot be a professional in Finland, at least. So that is maybe like right now a bit challenging, or has been since I started like high school, and now I'm studying in is it applied science? I don't know. It's not the university, but it's the same level of, but it's not called university.
Okay.
Oh my god, this went bad as well. Well, but yeah, I can't say that there was like, I feel like I have always been like okay with everything. I haven't been like super good in this and super bad in that, or like that what I feel like. I maybe someone else could say something else, but yeah.
Got it.
And we talk about with the team, and we share a lot of like thoughts and like feelings about this pandemic and the feelings that it brings, because like you never can be like sure what the next day brings, and then it's kind of like annoying, but then at the same time you understand the situation, and then it's hard to like, maybe as you become older you really love the competitions. You really like start to like them more. Like in the beginning of my career I was maybe almost like afraid of them. I have been so nervous before, so now I'm like enjoying it so much and enjoy skating in front of audience. So it's kind of like, it doesn't like, they're canceling the competitions and you never know what's going to happen. So it's like you really need to find the motivation from the basic training, which is really nice that we have like so much different stuff in the practice, so it keeps us motivated. But then it's been hard and it's been fun, and I feel like we have been through many emotions lately.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure it's been extremely difficult to be skating through the pandemic, after the pandemic.
But at the same time, in Finland, we have been like super lucky that we have been training almost the whole time, like since the pandemic started. Not in the beginning, but after the summer, like before the summer, and then ever since we have been like training. So I feel like there haven't like been so big changes in our lives in the skating. Of course, the competitions, we haven't had competitions, but like I feel like we have lived normal life quite much comparing to people who are now working at homes or whatever. Of course, the school is not, we can't go like physically to the school maybe, but like overall the difference haven't been so big for us than maybe to our normal person,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully everything will go back to normal soon. But you talked a little bit about how you had nerves during competitions, and you also have had challenging times juggling school, skating, work. Do you have any advice for skaters and athletes who are currently going through that now?
Maybe like be patient and be like, I don't know what is the word, but gentle for yourself, and don't like, because since we're athletes, we want to do everything like 100%. And I noticed it when I started to go to school again. I wanted to be the best, and I wanted to be like, I wanted to know everything, and it's hard to like, because since I always want to win, I always want to be better. So it's hard to like accept that you might not know everything like right when you want, and then
it takes time. You have to take care of yourself. And I feel like that's something that everybody needs to hear, because they'll just go so hard and then they get frustrated or upset. But, really important to put yourself first. For me and for Nona, the best part of the seasons is definitely the competitions. You get to travel, you get to see all your friends, and you get to perform the programs that you've been working on for so long. And Nona has been to multiple international competitions and world championships to show she is an expert. I would love to kind of get a look into what a competition day looks like for you and for your team.
The competition days are the best days. Like I feel like they're like time for a celebration and time for like to be with the team. And nowadays, like we sometimes call it as a makeup day, because the morning practice, it's just 10 minutes or 12 minutes on the ice. Of course, there's a warm up and everything before that. And then we usually go somewhere with the team. Like always we are with the team the whole day, but we maybe go for some space or someone's home or something. And then we just like hang out there, and then we do a little bit makeup, and then we eat, and then we do more makeup, and you just like hang with the team the whole day. That is like the best part of it. And then we're always like talking about, we're so open with the emotions, and people are like, yeah, I'm not nervous at all, and someone is like, oh my god, I'm getting excited, and then we're like making fun of it. And it's like, I really love being with the team. And of course, like stepping on the ice, it's so different thing, but it's fun. But it's that is like the exciting part. But like, it's so nice to hang out with the team. I feel like the competition days are like the best, because like then you don't have anything else, and everybody is like making room only for the team and only for the competition, because always we're having something after practice or before practice, or we have school work, or someone is tired, or someone needs to go to take care of something, and everything. Like the normal days are like this, and then when you go to the competition, it's all about the team, and it's so nice. I get the smile on my face.
I know.
Yeah.
I can tell you're like excited. No, I miss that so much too, but I'm not skating, so I understand what you're saying. Do you have a favorite competition? Or
No, maybe like it's so different between like the first competition. It's quite nervous because you never know like how they're gonna like how is the program like, you know, like is it good or is it bad, or is there so much work to do or not so much work to do. So the Finlandia trophy is kind of like nervous, and then the first qualifiers in Finland also, because then there's the free program for the first time, and then after that I've always loved to skate in French Cup because the atmosphere is super good, and then there's the top teams as well. So that is nice. And then, of course, the Worlds. Those, like the Worlds and the French Cup, I think I enjoy the most, since the atmosphere and the competitions are like, everything is quite good organized, and it's like fun. Yeah, and then because it's like so like late on the season as well, so then there's like not so much like pressure in a way. But yeah, French Cup and the Worlds are the best editions.
Yeah. No, I agree. I loved French Cup because after I competed, I could watch all of like the senior teams, and I could relax and just enjoy,
it's so nice. Yeah.
Okay. And then so I am going to start asking you all of your favorite stuff. So you wanted to talk about favorite programs. So what is your favorite program that you've skated? And then what's your favorite programs that you've watched and haven't skated from other teams, or maybe even Rockettes before you were a Rockette?
Yeah, this is a hard one. I think it was 2016, 15-16. In that season, we skated to Y, the short program. We had the gray ombre dresses with no sequins or anything on them, and it was like this. We skated to this Schindler's List music, and that program had like amazing flow. I could do like how many run-throughs ever, you know, like it was of course it was physically hard, but it was so nice. Nice is not a good enough word to express my feelings towards it, but it had the flow and the feelings, and then it was beautiful. Yeah, that's maybe my favorite ones. And then I like this year's short as well. but it's totally the opposite. I can have fun and be sexy and playful, and that's super nice, you know, because I love to dance and I love to like have fun on the ice. So this year's short is super nice as well. And then, of course, I have always watched the Rockettes because I have been a fan since I started skating. So I really like the Heaven or Hell program. And then Team Surprise had this, or like I don't know where else it was, but I remember that I saw the program and I thought it was super fun. They had this like marionette, I don't know, the clown theme. They had these like dark red dresses with like drops here. I don't know if you know that program. I don't know what year it was, but it was super nice.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember many of them because I was like 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, Team Surprise, obviously, they're not competing anymore, but they always have really beautiful programs.
But I remember that was fun program from them. And then oh my god, why I have so bad memory. You know, like when you're younger, you're like watching all the teams and all, you know, all the skaters and all the coaches and everything. But when you're like coming older, I don't remember anything, or I don't know anything about anyone else except like the senior teams or like my team. That is like, I don't know, like I'm interested. Like I always want to hear if someone has something to say about other teams or what are they skating into or something. But I'm not like searching for the information. I'm not so interested.
Right.
But it's nice to know if there is something to know. But I really like the Marigold's free program the year that they had the Worlds in Helsinki before. Mm-hmm. So they had these blue dresses the same year that Rockettes had the Heaven or Hell. I really liked that program, and I don't remember much, but they had the topic stuff in the end of the program. That was fun to watch. But
it's good because you remember like bits and pieces, and like that's how good a program can be. It like stays with you for like years.
Yeah,
and years
and
years.
You know, like you remember, like you can almost like clearly see the parts in the program. You know, like I can remember this. They knocked in the Rockettes Heaven or Hell. They knocked and then they did some lifts or something. I remember like the spots when I have like seen the programs like live. So it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely understand. Okay, so shifting to my next question, what is your favorite dress that you've worn, or are there any other dresses that you particularly liked when you watched the programs?
Oh god, this is hard. You can like love a dress because it's so comfortable, or then you can love a dress because it's so like it looks good, but it's terrible on you. There's like different, you know, like the Schindler's List dress was super comfortable. It was super nice to skate in. But then in 2014 and 15, we had the show program La Isla Bonita. I think that dress, okay, maybe because it was my first ones in the senior level, that was super nice, but that wasn't comfortable at all. But it looked nice. Mm-hmm. And then what did we have? I don't even remember anymore. I should go and watch the dresses so I remember what was nice. No, the Moon program, that dress was horrible.
I loved that program. I really liked that. I just got reminded of that program. I really liked that program.
Like I have heard so many like positive comments about the program, and I feel like there was so much new kind of we brought new things to the synchro world in a way, because we had the new choreographer. Oh my god, no.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, we had Reija Vare working with us, so there was so much new stuff. But in a way, for me, I didn't like it at all. Like, it was super hard to skate to, because there was like so much like you needed always get the speed again, and then back then the programs were super long, so it was super hard. Like, nowadays I feel like it's quite good, like the length for the free program, but back then it was so long, so it was super hard. But yeah.
So thank you so much, Nona, for coming on to the podcast today. We absolutely loved hearing a little bit about your time as a skater, the Helsinki Rockettes, and all of your favorites. It's always so fun to hear about that kind of stuff. Stay tuned for our next episode hosted by Sophie, and until next time, bye.
Bye.
Jura Synchro Podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. The musical theme of this show was created by Scatmix.pro and Carl Hugo.